show you how I approach the second half of the solo. What I used the similar blueprint as I did on the first half. However, I used different motifs, melodic motifs, to repeat. And because I started up high on the beginning of the solo, what I wanted to do was bring it to a lower register to create interest for the listener, right? And that's the main motif that I start out on the F chord. And then, of course, I do a similar descending pattern to get to the C. So, and then I go back to the F, but this time I ascend. Using like some more intervallic, an arpeggio, right? And then, of course, go into the A minor. After the minor chord, what I did was, instead of continuing to phrase, I hit a harmonic just for like a big kind of ending here on the 3rd fret. And then I resolved on the C, which is the 5th of the F major. And that concludes the solo. So the cool thing is that you can always take these blueprint ideas that I have, but really change them up. Like you can start out the solo on the lower register and then go to the higher register. But the key is to really space yourself out. Like go slow and steady. I mean, the tempos are really slow with rock ballads. And so if you rush to the ending type phrase, what'll end up happening is that you have a lot of time left in the solo and you won't really be able to recover or rebuild, you know? And so slow and steady kind of wins the race. And that's why I choose these definitive melodic motifs to start phrases with, because what they do is they allow a listener to kind of go on a journey with you, right? And that's kind of what I want to do. The solo doesn't have a lot of chord changes, and it's not obviously at a high tempo. So moving around a lot, can be dangerous, really, if you want to have a thematic solo. And typically in a ballad type setting, a solo should be memorable and thematic. Something similar to maybe what the vocalist is doing. We don't have that in this context, but if you think melodically like a vocalist would, I think that would be the best approach to take. And creating a little blueprint for yourself of where you're going to be, throughout the 16 measure or 12 measure or whatever the allotted time is, would be great. Coming up in the next video, we're going to practice the whole thing together.